Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about hopefully some good stuff coming to Apex Legends. There is the Apex Legends 2 update, but along with that, there seems to be some information that ties it into the Battlefield release and a destructible map. We're going to go over all of that. We're also going to go ahead and give out one of the upcoming Watson Prestige skins. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. There was something pretty interesting posted the other day on the Epic Game Store where it said, which of the following unreleased games are you looking forward to playing? And there's a lot there, like Death Stranding 2, Subnautica 2, which I'm actually personally pretty excited for, Borderlands 4, but the one underlined right there, Apex Legends 2.0. If you doubted that this is coming to the game, well, you've unfortunately been out of the loop. It is confirmed that it is being worked on and going to be releasing after Battlefield 2. Euro even put something that says it seems to be becoming a reality with Unreal Engine, so it could be swapping over to Unreal 5 in the very near future, or at least for this update. But I did receive some information on it. Some information regarding Apex 2.0. It's going to be an engine upgrade, weather, destructible environment, improved audio, which, I mean, honestly, this could be the biggest game changer for Apex Legends in a long time. We've been asking for new audio forever. Along with that, new movement mechanics, which is also something that players have been worried about, but it looks like they are taking into consideration. Volumetric cloud, smoke, fog, and it's still in early development, just so everyone's aware. And this actually makes a lot of sense because it's very similar to what they have in EA's other title, Battlefield. Battlefield is known for its destructible environments in pretty much every single iteration of their game. And interestingly enough, the guy working on the next Battlefield game, or at least heading it, is Vince Zampella. And if you don't know, Vince Zampella is actually one of the co-founders of Respawn Entertainment and helped launch Apex Legends. So now that he's working on Battlefield for EA as well, it wouldn't be a surprise to see that they're trying to implement some of the things there over into Apex Legends now that they have the capability to do so, especially with a brand new engine update. What's interesting to me about that is Euro not too long ago let us know they are working on 2 BR maps at the same time, one of which seems to be finished and in beta. So I'm assuming they release the Olympus map update next season and release a brand new BR map the following season after that. We probably get a map on the current engine as it currently stands right now, but I'm wondering if the one that is in beta is actually going to be the one that uses the new engine upgrade and optimizes with the destructible environments to give us something we've never before seen in Apex Legends, which in my personal honest opinion makes a lot of sense and could be an absolute game changer. There was one other thing I want to talk about. Today there was an article posted about Apex Legends / EA blocking high energy heroes global launch amid Apex Legends mobile revival plans, which is very interesting overall. Now, in case you didn't know, High Energy Heroes is basically an Apex clone. It is made by the same mobile developers who developed, well, Apex Legends Mobile, and right now it was only available in China, but they're trying to go worldwide, and apparently, according to that article, EA is trying to block it. Now, in case you didn't know, Apex Legends Mobile, like I said, was a game developed by that other studio, Tencent, and well, after less than a year of being released, they decided to sunset it, saying the decision does not come with ease. Factors beyond our control prevented us from maintaining the high quality experience and content the players deserve. As a result, the game will sunset on May 1st, 2023. And that was a sad day for a lot of the mobile fans. However, Andrew Wilson did make a statement in an interview where he said that EA could reimagine Apex Legends for mobile at some point, but integrate it better into the console and PC title next time. He stated, as we look at the mobile market, the biggest new launches that are seeing the most success are the ones that are deeply connected to the broader franchise, where there's not always crossplay, but there's certainly cross progression and a feeling they're part of a single unified community and a single unified game experience. And so as we think about that for the future, that will be very, very important as we reimagine Apex Mobile. So this definitely seems as though it is something that EA is doing. That's why they're blocking High Energy Heroes, which would be a direct competitor. And the question is, well, is this actually going to release anytime in the near future? And it was posted in another article that Apex Legends Mobile might potentially return with the Apex Legends 2.0 update, stating that same exact quote that I just read off. That was on January 31st, 2023, and we know that Apex Legends is getting a second version of the game some point after the Battlefield releases in 2026, which is going to be great for just regular players of the game. It will be nice to have better, hopefully, networking and hit reg issues, and overall just an upgrade to the game engine overall, as the game is over 6 years old now and it uses an engine that's like 15 years old. But it gets a little bit more interesting along with that because we also know that from recent leaks, Fade, who was the first legend created only for Apex Mobile at the time, does seem to be play tested right now for Apex Legends, at least in the main game. If you didn't know, Respawn technically still owns the rights to the character, and it's just wasted potential sitting there, as they did commission the character to be created by Tencent and did have some play in creating the character. If you're new to the channel or you haven't heard about it, I did get a leak about the Fade abilities in the main game. If he comes, the passive is Void Reflex, automatically enter the Void for a few seconds before being knocked down. Tactical is a phase rewind where you return to the location you were moments ago through the Void. And an ultimate phase chamber throughout a device that sends all players to the radius to the Void. He even had perks, which is something that's unique to Apex Legends in the general game, where at level 2 you can further the rewind distance, lower cooldown, speed boost while using the passive. Level 3 increase chamber radius. Players are in the chamber for a longer period of time. Players are marked for a few seconds after exiting the chamber. And then I, went ahead and ran this through Yoro, who is a very notable and reliable leaker, and yeah, he confirmed that he had also heard that Fade was being tested. There were 2 legends, Fade, that we just went over. There was also Rhapsody, who was a support-like character. They had a Gifted Ear passive, a Hype Anthem tactical, and Rowdy's Rave ultimate. Now the thing is, that's very interesting about the mobile situation is, well, Andrew Wilson has actually talked saying that he suggested that EA could reimagine Apex Legends for mobile at some point, but integrate it better into console and PC title next time. As we look into the mobile market, the biggest new launches that are seeing the most success are the ones that are deeply connected to the broader franchise, where there's not always crossplay, but there's certainly cross progression and a feeling that they're part of a single unified community and a single unified game experience. And so as we think about that for the future, that will be very important as we reimagine Apex Mobile. And when Apex Legends Mobile does come back, they're going to want to go ahead and, as he just said, make it fully integrated so that you would basically be playing the game on the main version. The question is, well, how are they going to go ahead and introduce Fade and Rhapsody? One of the biggest answers probably has something to do with Alter, who was introduced last season and is a multiversal character. There's a lot of rumors and speculation that she's going to be bringing people over from other universes. In fact, Oz did let us know that Season 23's theme is multiverse, explicitly meaning a portal to the multiverse has been opened. During the season, a Titanfall-themed collection event and a Titanfall-themed LTM will be released. Some of those items or the relics are obviously going to go ahead and be from the Rift, but it will be interesting to see if this is something that's going to broadly introduce the mobile characters into the main game. There is that giant rift that was opened in Kings Canyon. We haven't actually gotten any update on that whatsoever. They kind of just introduced it as a teaser in-game, and then we've heard nothing else about it whatsoever. It could also be opening up a universal portal where Titans now come in. iLoop Games and Yorotsuki both found files in the game that says the Titans are coming, and there's a lot of shaders and textures, so it does make a little bit of sense. There was actually this image posted in Apex Uncovered. It was quickly taken down. I do believe it is a fake. I think I talked to Yorotsuki about it, and it does show Fade here, and I kind of wonder if maybe it was someone at Respawn that put it up to go ahead and actually get people interested or to see how the general player base would react to these kind of legends coming in. We know Artemis is coming next season, and the other day, you probably actually remember in a video, I heard from Yorotsuki himself and one of my other own sources that we had both been aware that Fade has actually been tested for the main game of Apex Legends, so all this seems even more likely now than ever. Now, in addition to just the mobile stuff, I did want to say, I've been hearing a lot of leaks about Blisk lately from my source, and he gave me a whole list of builds of Blisk and how he could come to the game and what's being worked on him right now. There's a passive, almost all of these include the Devil Jump, Contract Killer, use your data knife on death boxes to reveal target's location, killing the targeted enemies will earn you extra Evo points, which is similar to Ash's old passive. Old Dog, new tricks, use your data knife to access survey beacons, respawn beacons, ring consoles, class bins, and explosive holds. A tactical My Ring, My Rules creates a damaging zone powered by the arena's ring damage and radius changes based on the rounds. There's also a Pulse Blade where you throw out a knife that scans the area, revealing the location of targets. A Cloak Field where you place down a drone to create a zone that temporarily cloaks anyone inside it. Cloaks start to dissipate when firing weapons or getting damaged. And an Ult Spectre Squad where you call down a squad of Spectres to guard an area. Spectres have command, pings, attack, defend, scout. And then again, the My Ring, My Rules. Now, what's interesting about this is I did want to go ahead and confirm this with Yoro, and sadly, Yoro has not heard much of this. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on a destructible map in Apex Legends? Do you think it would function well, or do you think it will run into a lot of issues? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Apex Legends on the daily, and until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. See you out there.